here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna open this door and we'll see if they come out, if they walk around, and then I'm gonna give them their food, and I'm gonna hope that they go back in this room to eat their food, because if they don't, then I gotta figure out how to get them back in the room.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It's 8:21 a.m. I'm trying to play with the cats, and this is what Boo's doing. All he wants to do is sit under the Christmas tree. And this is the Pet Stages Light Up playmat. This is like the quiet playmat that I gave to the kittens. They didn't use it. They just totally ignored it. So I brought it out here for the other cats, and the other cats have completely ignored it as far as the lights go, but they like laying on it. That's kind of weird. So right now they don't play with the lights, but they do like laying on it. Meanwhile, there have been kittens at the door. There's a little toy there. I was playing with them with the wand toy a little bit, but Boo's getting a little bit mad. So I'm gonna give everyone breakfast now, and then I have to clean up this room. It is 8:45 a.m. and I'm coming into the room to clean it up. And today I am going to make a conscious effort to spend more time in this room. I've decided that whenever I need to use a laptop computer, I'm going to sit in here and use it. That way I'll spend more time in here. I'll potentially spend up to 5 hours in here. So I've been keeping track of how much time it takes me to edit videos for this channel, and on average, a half-hour video can take me about 3 hours from, you know, importing all the files to editing the video to then exporting the video, uploading the video, waiting for it to process. You know, there's quite a lot of things involved with every video that's posted on this channel. That's potentially a good 3 hours I could be spending in this room with the cats. I won't be playing with them, or maybe I would be able to multitask and play with them while I'm editing. The TV was on all night. This wand toy is down to the last few feathers. There's Sammy. So I'm gonna shut the TV off. I don't know, I don't really like the idea of leaving the TV on all night. I'm just gonna limit their TV watching to a few hours a day, if that. But I feel like it's only been a few days with the TV, and I feel like they're kind of even addicted to it, especially at night once it gets dark. And there's not really a whole lot of birds and squirrels outside to watch out the windows. They do enjoy watching videos on the TV. So I think that's what I'll do. I might also start playing maybe some Boo Day videos for them, so they'll see the other cats on the TV. Maybe it'll be like they're spending more time with the other cats. So that's what I'm gonna do. But right now I'm going to clean up the room. It's not too bad today. The room's not too bad today. I don't think I'm going to vacuum today. There's not a whole lot of litter around. They did half pull the runner off the top. This yellow piece, I think I put it in this shelf. So they kind of took it out, and there's also a bunch of litter in the back there, probably from when the litter box was in there. So what I saw last night was Nancy was on the bottom, Sammy was on the top, and they were like playing with each other from one shelf to the other. And they do want me to open the window. I only opened the window about an inch because it is so cold out. This morning it was like 20 degrees out, so right now it's still in the 20s. And yesterday this window broke, so there's like a little latch. There's like a latch up here on the window that comes out, and it helps. I don't know, it's like a lock, like a child safe lock, I guess, which I don't need for the cats because they're not going to be pushing the window up. But that broke. These windows are old. I really, I would like to get new windows, but obviously not right now. So they're enjoying some cool air from outside. One thing I noticed last night, is that I haven't spent any time in my greenhouse over the past several days at all. And I looked at the temperature sensor that I have in the greenhouse, and thankfully it's been staying above freezing, but early this morning it dipped down to like 32.3 degrees. So I have to see if my plants are alive or what. Sammy! What's the matter, Sammy? What's the matter? What's the matter, Sammy? Sammy, everybody knows you're the queen of the room, okay? Everybody knows. Everybody knows you're alpha, Sammy. Everybody knows. You hungry? Are you hangry? So I think what happens is these cats get hangry. You hangry? So the cats have these two toys, and this toy is really good because it actually comes with the toys that you can replace. It comes with 3 toys, like 2 feather toys and 1 mouse looking toy. They already took all the feathers off of one of the toys, and now I have the mouse toy in there. This one does not come with replaceable toys. At least I don't remember it coming with replaceable toys. And all of the feathers are gone with this toy. So there's just like a little piece of plastic that juts out, so it's not really fun for them anymore. So I might have to replace this one, but they do have this one, so I might just use this one instead. It is 9:25 a.m. and I just actually did a full service on this room. So not only did I sweep the floor, I did bring the vacuum in and I refreshed the water, but I also took this tray and everything downstairs and I gave it a good washing and some fresh water, so that's good. And everything has been reset by the windows. I wiped down the shelves and I straightened up the day sofa. So now I'm gonna give the cats their breakfast, and I just put the toys together like this just to give them something new to play with. This round one fits perfectly in the cat track, and then this one I just turned upside down so it'll fit in there. But cats are weird like that. Sometimes you turn a toy upside down, they like it better. But yeah, so of course the litter boxes were scooped out. I topped them up with some fresh litter, so did a lot today. Alright guys, I'm gonna get you some breakfast. They're having homemade raw food. I just gave the cats their food. They're all eating. It is homemade raw food with warm water mixed in and some crunchies on top. I'm defrosting some frozen turkey broth because when I make a large pot of broth, I usually put half of it in the refrigerator and then I freeze the other half in either pint containers or quart containers. So I'm defrosting 2 pints of the turkey broth. It's 11:30 a.m. I was gonna grab my laptop and sit on the day sofa and get some work done, and Sammy was all stretched out on it. Why are you hissing at me, Goldie? You're funny, Goldie. You're a silly girl. Goldie has like a gold smile. I don't know if you have noticed that, but see? Can you see? Like around her mouth, she has like a gold smile. Hey, Sammy, can I sit here with you? Can I sit here with you and get some work done? You okay with that? Look at this, guy. She's letting me sit next to her. Isn't that nice? Look at Nancy. She's laying in the sun on top of the cat tower. She's just rolling around up there. I don't know where Sammy went. Hey, Sammy. She's in the corner. Hello, Sammy. It is 1:45 p.m. There's Sammy. She's in the corner. And I was sitting on this day sofa working on my computer for about an hour and a half. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Sammy. And the problem that I had was there's a lot of sun in this room. Like even now, there's a lot of sun coming in. I'm trying to keep it off the camera. And it was really hard to see my computer screen at some times because of the amount of sun that comes in the room. Also, all of the cats, every single cat was underneath the day sofa sleeping. Even Sammy was under there, so I'm surprised she was out when I came in the room. Right now, Nancy came out to say hello to me. There are certain cats that always come out to say hello to me every time I come in the room, and that's usually Nancy, Sammy, Richard often, and Ziggy also. So like right now, Ziggy's in the corner. She just came out. But the reason why I came in the room was to show you what's going on underneath the day sofa, because all 7 of the cats were under there. Let's see if we could take a look at what's going on under there now. I expect to get a few hisses, but that's fine. So there's Goldie back in the corner. And look at this. This looks like Ringo and Eva. Look at Ringo and Eva, they're so cute. It almost looks like I have a flashlight shining, but I don't. It's the way the sun's coming in. And there's Richard. You can tell that they're all tired and sleeping. So there's Richard. And there's Eva. And Ringo. So someone was probably in this blue bed. Someone might have been laying here in front of these guys, and maybe someone was on the other side of Richard. They look very tired, so I'm gonna let them continue to sleep. The other thing that happened while I was sitting here and working on my computer was that I got so relaxed and so comfortable I could barely keep my eyes open. Like, it was just so relaxing. I don't know if it's just the way the sun comes in the window, because it's nice and warm and cozy, and the window's open a little bit, so there's nice fresh air in here. And the day sofa is so comfortable, and I don't know if it's because 7 cats were sleeping underneath it, and then they were sending me like nice relaxing vibes, but it got to a point where I was like, I can't keep my eyes open. So I actually ended up laying down, and I set a timer for 5 minutes because I was like, I don't have time today to take like a half-hour nap. So I set a timer for like 5 minutes and I let myself relax for 5 minutes. It was so nice. But then I just picked up my computer and I went to another room because I'm like, I need to get some stuff done. It's a little too hard to work because the sun is making it hard to see the screen, and I just want to take a nap with the cats. So that was today's issue. So I just put the gate back in the door, and another thing that I would like to do is I would like to let them out while the other cats are not in the main rooms up here. Like, if I could do what I did the other day and shut some of the cats in my bedroom and some of the cats downstairs, and then have these cats just kind of wander around the main rooms up here, the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. I would like them to do that first before I really introduce them to other cats. The reason why is I want them to get like a lay of the land. So if something should happen where, let's say, the cats are out, and let's say even just one cat is out, let's say Nancy's out and maybe Stella's out, and I'm like, okay, let me get the 2 of them acquainted. If for some reason Stella should want to attack Nancy, I want her to know where to run to get away from Stella. Like, I want her to know the lay of the land, like, oh, I could go under this chair, or I could get on top of this piece of furniture, something like that. So, you know, she's not going to be like frantically searching, because Stella knows the lay of the land. The other cats know where all the furniture is. They know how to go underneath things, on top of things. And I mean, the kittens are at a disadvantage. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So that's Boo. Boo is sitting on the sofa with me. He likes to take a nap next to me when I work, when I'm sitting on the sofa. So I was working on the coffee table as I sat on the sofa, and Boo was next to me. Look, he just came out. Look, I don't want to jinx anything, but he's not hissing or growling or attacking the door. Look at that. The cats are all eating downstairs. They have the door to downstairs shut. I'm just about to feed the kittens, but here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to open this door, and we'll see if they come out, if they walk around, and then I'm going to give them their food, and I'm going to hope that they go back in this room to eat their food, because if they don't, then I got to figure out how to get them back in the room. But I'm thinking that, you know, this is their safe place, so if they do come out, they will go back in. So let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, guys, you okay? Are we okay? Is anybody gonna step outside? I'll give you guys, 5 or 10 minutes while I get your food ready. You can walk around, you can look around, and then we're gonna eat in the room, okay? Is that okay? You're gonna look around? There's stuff everywhere. So these are the gates. These are the cubby holes that I took out, and then this is the yardstick that I used to open the door when they shut it. And there's a vacuum in the hall, and I did shut the door to my bedroom. So they only have access to the living room, dining room, and kitchen. These two are like afraid. So the Christmas tree is there. All the cat stuff is here. I have to pick up those scissors. I was opening packages. What's going to happen is when the other cats come back upstairs, they're going to smell the cats, that cats were out. So that could be good too. So I'm going to let them walk around while I get their dinner ready. Let them stretch their legs. See, Richard got scared and he's like running back in. I swear, when I see Nancy, like I automatically thought of Stella. And sometimes when I see Sammy, I think it's Boo. Okay, everybody? It's been about 10 minutes and I want to start wrangling them into the room. Come on, guys, you gonna eat dinner? Who's eating? You want dinner? So there's 4 in the room. There's 2 in the living room and Sammy's wandering around. Come on, guys, you gonna eat? I just put 2 platters of food down. We have 6 cats in the room. Sammy's walking around. I gotta go get her. All right, guys, eat your food. There's Sammy. She's like, I'm not going back in there. Okay, so they're all back in the room. Sammy had an extra 5 minutes of wandering around the house. That's fine. She's like the high energy one of the bunch, and she's been out of the room before. I was able to get her back in. I had to like start petting her, distract her, then I picked her up and I put her back in. It was the first day. They did well. It was just like 10 minutes of wandering around. I didn't want to freak them out too much. But they did really, really good as far as going back in the room to eat their food, all except for Sammy. There is food on the platter for her to eat. I gave them 8 servings of food, so there's an extra serving, and she can eat it. But sometimes I feel like she's the most independent one of the bunch. Like, obviously, she's the alpha of the bunch. And, yeah, sometimes she wants to be more independent than the others. That's like it was when they were outside. She wants to kind of go exploring on her own a bit, which is what she did after all the other cats went back in. So maybe tomorrow we could do it a little bit longer and then a little bit longer, and we'll see how that goes. You know, it was something new for them. It was definitely, stressful for them. They were like creeping around, and I gotta go check on the other cats now. I need to adjust the gates though. There's a big gap here, and I usually put the gap on the bottom so I could play with them underneath and pass treats underneath and stuff. The gates are readjusted. All the cats are happy, and Sammy's a little bit restless. That's fine. I have to go check on Stella, Boo, Splash, and Simba, see how they're doing, and see what's going on down there. So Boo's the issue because the other cats have no problem staying down here. Boo is the one that's not the biggest fan of being down here, just because, he had his room, but when the other cats first came inside, this is where they came. They came downstairs. So look, they ate all their food. They had the wellness chicken and herring today. It's 6:20 p.m. and Nancy is on the shelf again. What is she gonna do? Is she gonna dive onto the day sofa? Or is she just gonna hang out up there for a while? So one of the toys is on in the room. Sammy's playing with the cat at track, and they're watching Lucky Ferrell's videos. I put on the video of the cats playing. There's really no talking on that one. It's just all the cats. They've been watching that, and they're trying to play with the toys on the screen. Okay, here she goes. What is she gonna do? She's gonna go to the other one. Nope, she's gonna jump. Oh, there she goes. She's like an acrobat. This is a new toy that I got for the cats. This is a Smarty Cat, I can't read the name of it, Feather Whirl. So the other cats have had this toy, and I tried giving this toy to Ditto. Ditto didn't know how to play, but the other cats used to really enjoy this. When Splash and Simba were kittens, probably around the same age that these cats are now, they used to play with this toy downstairs, and they enjoyed it a lot. So it's an electronic toy. It has this wand with the feathers on it, and it attaches to this ball, and it moves on its own. So I'm gonna put it together for the cats, and we'll give it to them to play with. Sammy already wants the feathers. So Sammy just removes all the feathers from anything that has feathers in this room. So I don't even know if this is gonna last a day. Okay, so here's their new toy. She just dragged it under the day sofa. I put it back. Richard's dragging it into the litter box. He's trying to eat it like it's a bird. Look at this. Sammy's in the bed on this little end table. It's 10:20 p.m. I just came in to give the cats a snack. They've had some quiet time. And I don't know what they've been doing in here. They're getting the large Christmas platter. So here's what they're getting. They're getting some of the chicken pot pie baby food. And they're also getting some of the beech nut, I think it's turkey baby food. And then there's some crunchies on top of all of it. I put 7 portions of each on here. And hopefully they'll like it. So this is still some of the chicken pot pie baby food that I have left over from when Ditto was here. It was like the only food that he was able to eat for a while, and it was the only food he liked to eat for a while. So I was just buying cases of it, and I still had some, and the other cats enjoy it, so they had some as a snack tonight, and the kittens are going to have some as a snack tonight. It'll be their first time. Look at Goldie. They haven't had it before, so I'm hoping they like it. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hello. 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 And there they are. They're all eating on their platter. It's like a star shape. A 7-pointed star of cats. So this is really interesting. So here's Sammy, then the 2 torties, the 2 mackerels, and the 2 marbles. And with the marbles, it's a boy and a girl. With the mackerels, it's a boy and a girl. With the torties, it's 2 girls, and then the tuxedo is a girl. So Goldie is bigger than Ziggy. Ziggy's more active than Goldie, so that might be why. To me it looks like Ringo's definitely the biggest, followed by Richard and Goldie. And then Ziggy, Sammy, Nancy, and Eva are probably around the same size. I still think Sammy's the smallest. Alright, they ate all the baby food, both kinds, and there's just a bunch of crunchies for them to work on. So I'll shut the big light and I'll let them hang out. I'm just about to open the gate and let the cats out because everyone else is downstairs. Get down, get down, get down.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It's 7:30 a.m. and I was going to show you Nancy on the shelf, but she just jumped down from the shelf. I think she really enjoys doing that. Like, if she was a human, she'd be diving off of, like, diving boards and stuff. Maybe she'd be jumping out of airplanes. Out of all the cats, she really enjoys doing that. She does that several times a day. She gets up on the shelf and she jumps all the way down to the day sofa. So I put the gates in the door this morning. The kittens had a very noisy morning, probably since about 3 a.m. I woke up And I was like, what's that noise? But thankfully I was able to fall back asleep, and then I woke up again around 6:30, and they were having a really good time in here playing with toys. And on top of that, look what I just realized. They put that toy on. So that toy on the table needs new batteries. It doesn't really work good on the floor anymore, but they were able to turn it on. See how smart these cats are? And here's Stella. Stella's laying on the bed. She got a lot of pets this morning. And they're still using their Halloween blankets. I have to swap them out for Christmas blankets. I just keep forgetting. But I had a long talk with Stella this morning, and I explained to her that when her and Splash and Simba and Boo, when they all go to eat their food downstairs, I'm going to shut the door and they're going to spend some time down there while the other cats get to walk around upstairs, right, Stella? But that's okay. You like it down there. You have your bed down there, and, you know, you have toys and everything. Stella's not too happy about that, but she's okay with it. They're fine with it, right, Stella? She says she just doesn't want it to be too long. Like, she doesn't like spending her whole day down there. It won't be, Stella. It'll be just a little bit in the morning and a little bit in the evening, okay? So, like, when you eat, you guys will spend some extra time digesting your food down there, you know, relaxing after your meal. And then you could come up, okay? She says she likes enjoying the Christmas tree, so she doesn't want to be downstairs away from it too much. Okay, Stella. And here's Boo. This is where Boo slept all night. He was here when I went to bed, and he's here when I woke up. Right, Boo? And here's Simba. Simba's on this cat tower. Where were you this morning, Simba? I was looking for you. I couldn't find you anywhere. He says he was downstairs. What were you doing downstairs? It is 8:15 a.m. and the other cats are eating their breakfast downstairs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the gates, let the cats wander freely while I clean out this room. So we're going to see how this works. So I'm going to open the gates, and instead of everyone hiding under the day sofa while I clean the room, they'll be able to walk around the house. I do have the door to the downstairs shut and the door to my bedroom shut, so they can't get in there. They only have access to the living room, dining room, and kitchen. Look at this. Oh, Richard is grooming Goldie. There goes Nancy again on the shelf. She's going to jump immediately. Boom. She loves that. So we'll see how this goes. The tricky part is getting them all back in the room. If it works like yesterday where I bring the food in and they all run back in the room, that would be great. Sammy, I could pick her up and I could just lift her in here and carry her around. You coming out? You coming out, Sammy? You gonna come out? What are you doing? You saying hello to me? It's good exercise for them to climb the gates. Okay, get down so I could open the gates. The gates are open. They're gonna walk around. Who's left? Eva? Where's Ringo? I don't think Ringo. Oh, Ringo's on the cat tower. Okay, guys, walk around. Just don't get yourself in any trouble, okay? No trouble. Just explore, okay? Everyone has left the room except for Ringo. Ringo, go take a walk. Take a walk around the house, Ringo, okay? Get some exercise. Walk around, get some exercise, and then we're gonna have breakfast in here, okay? Going under the day sofa. He might go out the other end. Is he gonna go out the other end? Look. They're all still walking around. They're like, what is this place? Go ahead. It's 8:20. I'm cleaning up the room. I'm listening to Christmas music. And all of a sudden, like 3 cats come flying in the room and under the day sofa. Here's Sammy, she was one of them. I don't know if they spooked each other out. Like, I don't know if there was, I don't know, a big truck outside. I immediately checked the door to downstairs and that seems fine. So something spooked them. We do have to remember that when an outside cat starts living in a house, every sound is new to them. Like, they have to get accustomed to every sound, like everything. It's all brand new to them. So little things that a house cat is used to will freak out. Okay, I hear like a loud car outside, maybe something like that. Look at this. There's little Eva. I'm trying to clean the room, guys. Look. Look, I'm sweeping and they're walking in the pile. Nancy, go ahead. Go out. Take a walk. Go take a walk. Nancy, go take a walk. I just found what scared them. Look, they knocked the lamp into the Christmas tree. I'm not even done cleaning the room. And it appears that we have 6 cats. So there's Nancy, Richard, Sammy. And under here, we have Goldie, Ringo, and Eva. So we're missing Ziggy. Where's Ziggy? Sammy, where's Ziggy at? Where's Ziggy? Oh, there she is. There's Ziggy. All right, so Ziggy's back. I just had to walk around the house and then she walked right back in. I'm not even halfway through cleaning out this room yet, so it's a little bit disappointing that they all freaked themselves out. But now they feel a bit safer, the door's shut. Maybe that's it for now and they could have more time later. I don't want to stress them out. I don't want to like freak them out. They feel safe here. So I'm just going to finish cleaning and later on they'll have another opportunity to walk around the house. We have to remember that when I'm doing this, it's also affecting the other cats because being downstairs during meals and after meals and not being able to come up is something that the other cats have to get used to also. So it's much better to do this gradually than just suddenly. So I would rather do it for short periods that we eventually extend a little bit longer than to automatically be like, okay, well, you're going to spend an hour or 2 hours wandering around while everyone else is downstairs. So that is my feeling right now. Right now it's about 8:25 a.m. So I don't know exactly how much time, but I know it's more time than yesterday. Yesterday I only tried this for their evening meal. I didn't try it for the morning meal. So today we're already like progressing from yesterday. We have to remember things need to be a progression when it comes to cats. You have to do it progressively, so it's like a gradual learning process versus suddenly. You want to go back outside? I think Ziggy wants to go back out. You want to go back out? Yeah? Good pets. Here's the problem. So the problem with Ziggy is I can't pick her up. Sometimes she'll let me pet her, but I can't pick her up. So if she leaves this room and gets herself into some kind of trouble, I can't just like pick her up and put her back in the room. I could do that with Sammy, probably Nancy because she lets me pick her up, and probably Richard. He lets me pick him up. But what I want to point out right now is that is Ringo. This is Ringo. Ringo has never done this before while I'm cleaning the room. Like he's never come out and smelled air from the window. So this is new for him. I'm vacuuming the room and Sammy's not hiding under the day sofa. This is a new first. For breakfast today, we're having homemade raw food with some homemade warmed up turkey broth mixed in, a teaspoon of crunchies on top, and then I gave them one of the freeze-dried bites. I sprinkled it on as a topper. Is everybody ready for breakfast? Did you take a nice walk this morning? Stretch your legs a little bit? Okay? There's Nancy. Ready? So everyone's eating their breakfast. They all did really good. They all picked a portion. Sammy is back in her spot. And I think this is Goldie. It's hard to tell, but she's bigger than this one, so I think that's Ziggy. Richard, Nancy, Eva, and Ringo. So Ringo and Eva are eating next to each other again. Richard and Nancy eating next to each other. And Sammy's in the middle of Goldie and Ziggy. Maybe that's why Sammy is the alpha, because maybe she recognizes herself as different from the rest, because all the others are kind of paired off by their fur patterns, and Sammy is unique in hers because she's the only tuxedo out of the bunch. So maybe that's why she is the alpha, because she feels that, you know, well, I'm different than the others, so I'm just going to claim that alpha position. Here's Boo. He's back in one of his favorite cat towers, and I gave Boo lots of praise and attention for being such a good boy and eating downstairs and staying downstairs for a while after he ate. Right, Boo? You're a good boy. You're a good man, Boo. And so today we were able to get through all of the cat activities this morning, like all the cat chores, in less than an hour, which is good, That's progress. Like, my goal is to be able to get everything done as efficiently as possible. So the quicker we can get through, you know, refreshing all the water, scooping out all the litter, getting everyone fed, everything cleaned up in the room with the kittens, that's all really, really good. So I'm going to actually do some vacuuming out here now. It's 10 a.m. I'm in the other room, and I realized that I heard a cat toy on. And then I realized that I did not turn any of the cat toys on. So these kittens are getting so smart, they know how to turn the toys on. You know how Stella knows how to press the buttons on the crunchy feeder? Yeah. They know how to press the buttons on the toys now to turn them on. And right now, I blame Sammy. What you doing, Sammy? It's 10:45, and Sammy's been climbing the gates. What's the matter, Sammy? What's wrong? So this is one of the pitfalls of letting them out, like, to wander around the house. It's that some of them are not going to be content in the room anymore. You want me to turn a toy on for you? So today I did raise these a little bit, like, I don't know, there's like a good 2 inches underneath the gate. Guys, I gotta get some work done, okay? You guys need to just kind of chill out, because I gotta get some work done. Something has to pay for all of your cat food. You know, all the food you eat and all the litter you use? Something has to pay for it, right? Right? That's why I gotta get some work done, Sammy, okay? I got a million emails to answer today. Okay? Alright? You could come out later. You want me to shut the door? Maybe I gotta shut the door now. You want me to shut the door now? So I could leave the gates in for you, Sammy, which is what we have now, so you can get a nice view of the house, or I can shut the door and you guys could just be content in the room, okay? So that's your option. If you guys can't handle the gates, I'll just shut the door. So she went under the day sofa. And here's Richard. Richard's usually a good boy, although last night he did climb the gates a few times. I don't mind if they climb the gates. It's just when it's like a constant occurrence, it gets a little bit annoying because it does make a lot of noise. It is 7:25 and I'm just about to open the gate and let the cats out because everyone else is downstairs. Get down, get down, get down. All right, you guys are going to be polite about it, right? Here you go. Here you go. Let me tell you, Sammy is like the pushiest cat. Come on out, everybody. Come on out. Come on out. Everybody come on out. Stretch your legs. Take a walk. Everybody take a walk. Take a walk. The cats are downstairs, okay? Ringo's the last one. All right, go ahead. Take a walk around. Go ahead. It's 8 o'clock. They've been out for 35 minutes. I just put both plates of food on the floor in this room and they all showed up to eat their food. So far this is working good. I'm gonna shut the door, put the gates back on, and then we're good. Then I'll let the other cats back up. Okay, the gates are back on. They're still eating their food. The small light is on in the room. And I'm gonna let the other cats back up. I need to clean up downstairs. I need to clean the kitchen. And right now everything is good. My one main concern is the fact that Sammy jumped the bottom gate, because now she's going to want to do that. Like whenever I open the door, if she wants to like come out, she's going to try to jump the gate, which is not good. I mean, it's really going to be, if she does that, she's just going to have to deal with whatever she might run into, meaning Boo or the other cats. So it is what it is. I'm not going to be overly concerned about it. As always, I'm taking everything one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, so we're just crossing every bridge as we get to it. Hello, would you like to come upstairs? You could come up. You could come up. It looks like they ate all their food. You could come up now. Good job. Very good. Boo's concerned. They probably smell the other cats. So Ziggy used the litter box that the other cats use, like the one that Boo, Splash, Simba, and Stella uses. Ziggy used the litter box, and then quite a few of the cats were on top of the cat towers, so I don't know if Boo's gonna like that. Oh, he's stretching, look at that. Look at that, he was stretching. And here's Simba, he's right back up to his favorite evening spot. He loves sitting here or laying here. In the evening, he gets a view of like everything. He could see the entire living room from here. He could see a lot of the dining room. He could look into the hallway. And look at this. And there's Boo. How you doing, Boo? So the cats were like walking on here. They were down there. One of them was on there. So. Oh, and Sammy was on here. Alright, I just put the food down. And there are 6 cats eating it, and there's 1 cat missing. Can you guess who that is?
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It is 8:51 a.m. The other cats are eating their breakfast downstairs. I have the door shut, so they'll be down there for about a half hour. The gate is in the door, and this is what they do. So I open the door, I put the gate in, and then they shut the door. They've shut the door twice this morning, so I'm like, all right, I guess they want to be alone. But what I'm going to do now is take the gates out, let them walk around, get some exercise, and I want to clean out their room while they're walking around. And then I'll give them their breakfast in their room, and hopefully we'll be good. Good morning, everybody. Oh, no. It looks like I left a roll of paper towels on the desk, and the cats have decided they're going to play with the paper towels. That's little Eva. Sammy has just jumped the gate. Go ahead, Nancy, you could go. So it might be confusing for them because when they're in that room and the gates are in the door, they see cats out here. And when they're out here, the cats are not here. So it might be confusing for them, but like they're still all freaked out. Last night when they came out, they were walking around for a good half hour. You know, they're still really scared. They're still like looking around, and you know, they're still kind of getting their bearings. So what's happening right now is that there appears to be some kind of construction work going on outside, which is making like banging noises and stuff, which is why you see them like running into the room. I think the banging noises are coming from the side of the house we see them running from. So what I would like to do, I'd like to get this room cleaned out while they're walking around. I don't want them really hiding under the day sofa while I'm doing that. Like, this is their chance to really stretch their legs and everything. So I'm in the room. Once again, I want to clean it. And there's at least 4 cats in this room. Go walk around, guys. Go ahead, you could do it. Go ahead, go walk. Go take a walk. Come on, no one's gonna get you. There's no cats up here. Just go take a walk. Go take a walk around. Okay, Richard? You could do it. You could do it. You're a big, brave boy. Go ahead, go walk around. Go walk around the house. Go ahead, go do it. Go take a walk. You could do it together, okay? You can do it together. I just put some toys out there for them, and I put one of the electronic toys on, and I want to clean this up, but all the cats want to be in this room. I don't know what's going on. So another reason why I would like the cats to leave this room is so I could really get some cleaning done under the day sofa, because when they're under there, when they're hiding under there, I really can't do a whole lot under there because it freaks them out. So if they're walking around the house, then I could really get under there. Look at this, so they moved the scratcher. Usually I put the scratcher here, and they moved it over here. I wonder if they're trying to tell me that they like it better over there. And then this toy with these arms keeps moving around. I always put it like here, then they push it down there. There's a wand toy on the floor, and they pulled out the bed. It is 9:15 a.m. I'm cleaning out the room. I just swept the floors, emptied the litter boxes. Now I got to put everything back on the floor. The one thing I'm not going to do today is vacuum, because the vacuum is downstairs, and I can't open the door to downstairs because the cats will fly upstairs. But all the cats are in this room, like all the kittens are in this room. There's 3 by the window, 4 under the day sofa. They can roam around the house, use any of the cat towers, do anything that they want to do, and they're in this room. So there's little Eva, there's Goldie, there's Richard. Maybe they want to look out the window. I put the floor mats up there because I, sweep the floor under them and got to take those mats off. Yeah. So the only one we're missing is Ringo. Ringo, you gonna come out? But I do want to point out that these cats are the most timid this time of day. I've said it in the past in previous videos that in the morning hours, like between 6 a.m. and noon, is really when they're out there most timid. And then they kind of, get braver as the day goes on. So maybe this is to be expected at this hour. Maybe they'll enjoy themselves more later in the day. So look at this. Sammy is still going after the cat ball. It's under like a cat bed and a toy, and Sammy's still determined. All right, guys, I want to put everything back, and then you guys got to get your food. Look at this. So I did put bird seed out earlier, which maybe was a mistake, because maybe that's what's attracting the cats to the window. They're like, we'd rather watch birds than walk around the house. Alright, it's just about 9:30 a.m. and they're getting homemade raw food with warmed up turkey broth mixed in, and I'm out of crunchies up here. I don't want to go downstairs to get more, so I just put like a can of food on it. Okay guys, are we eating? What are we doing? Get in here. Come on, who's eating? Okay, I just had to walk around the entire house once and kind of herd them into this room. So yes, I've now started herding cats, and it's not as difficult as people make it out to be. Right now we have 7 cats eating their breakfast. I did not put individual portions on the platters just because it's quicker not to. And yeah, so I'm gonna shut the door, then I'll put the gates in, open the door, and we're good to go, and then I'm gonna let the other cats up. So what I have to do is I have to put the middle gate on first, and then I put the bottom gate on, and I put it as high as I can based on where the middle gate is, and then I take the middle gate out, open the door, and put the middle gate back. It's the best, most efficient way to do it. And there we go. They're still eating. So I make sure there's enough room on the bottom if I want to pass a plate through or a toy or something. There's some clearance, maybe an inch, a little bit more in the bottom. And then up here I also leave some clearance, because that way if they shut the door and if it's not like totally shut, I could, take a stick or something and poke it through and then open the door that way. I've just been using an old yardstick to do that. So it's working out now. I'm going to go get the other cats. So this morning it was 40 minutes. Come on up, guys. And I left this door open like this. The screen door is locked, but I figured the cats might want to watch the birds. They like to do that. It's quite cold here. This is kind of a drafty area. I have to make sure Boo gets lots of attention and pets when he comes upstairs. So this morning, I was talking to the kittens through the gate, and Boo came up to me. He wanted pets, and he did not hiss at them. And he just like smelled them through the gate, and that was it. So we'll see how Boo does. It's 9:50 a.m. and Boo's hanging out by the gate. He seems like a little bit freaked out today, but it was like the same yesterday, except he wasn't downstairs as long yesterday morning. So I don't know if this is like a good thing or a bad thing. Like, is he building up resentment for these kittens and plotting an attack, or is he deciding that maybe he will get along with them a little bit? He probably wants to go back in his room. Maybe he's thinking, well, if they're coming out, maybe he could go back in. It's 10:15 a.m. Boo is still laying here. And he looks more comfortable now than he did before. Like he was just all stretched out. How you doing, Boo? Look at this. Look. Do you want to play with them, Boo? Boo, you want to play with the kittens? I don't even see any of them from here. Are they there? Oh, there's Sammy. And someone's by the window, someone's on the cat tower. It's 12:10 p.m. I wanted to show you what was going on here by the windows. So Sammy is laying between Goldie and Ziggy. I know, I'm talking about you. Talking about you, Sammy. She was laying there between Goldie and Ziggy. It was so cute. Okay, I just opened the door. It's 5:20 p.m. The other cats are eating their food downstairs, so I'm letting everyone out to walk around. You guys gonna walk around? Gonna walk around and do stuff? Goldie and Ringo are still in the room. You guys coming out? Come on out. Stretch your legs. Walk around. Get some exercise, okay? Go ahead, you could do it. The cats are downstairs, okay? Alright, I just put the food down, and there are 6 cats eating it, and there's 1 cat missing. Can you guess who that is? So now all 7 are back in the room. Obviously it was Sammy running around the house, and I was able to get her by giving her a treat and then just scooping her up and putting her back in the room. So the gates are back in the door. They did really good today. They had over a half hour roaming this morning. They had a half hour, a little bit more than a half hour roaming now. So it's progress. It's gradual progress, and we'll see how it goes. I gotta open the door. Let's see if anyone's by the door. It's Simba. Hey, Simba. And Boo and Splash. You guys are so patient. You alright? He's smelling. He's smelling. Sammy's not happy. You okay, Boo? What's the matter, Boo? You scared? You're scared? Since when is Big Tough Boo a scaredy cat? You're scared, Boo? You afraid? Boo, you afraid of these cats? So, Boo's a little freaked out. I don't know why. But I took the toy out and now he's interested in playing with it. So when Boo gets scared, you know, sometimes that can lead to aggression on his part also. Who is that, Richard? Richard's trying to get the toy through the gate. You okay, Boo? He's looking around. So what happens is the reverse of the kittens. So when the kittens come out of the room, they're kind of like freaked out because they're like, okay, are there any cats up here? And what happens when Boo and Simba and Splash and Stella come upstairs, they're freaked out also because they're like, well, are there any cats out here? Look at this. This is a scratcher. This is one of the extra scratchers. Sammy's trying to scratch it from the other side of the gate. I'll just move it over. So, so that's why Boo is freaked out, because when he comes up, like, they don't know, are there still cats roaming around? You know, that kind of thing. Just like when these cats come out of this room, they're like, are there cats roaming around? So everyone's being very cautious of each other, which is fine. They can be cautious of each other. We're just trying to avoid any kind of unnecessary fights and unnecessary violence. You're doing very good, Boo, okay? You're doing very good, Boo. You're a good boy, Boo. You're a good man. You're a good man, Boo. What you doing, Nancy? What you doing up there, Nancy? Coming down? Gonna jump down? You jumping? She hears the cats outside. Are you gonna jump down? You're just gonna hang out up on the shelf? You're just hanging out on the shelf? Yeah? You don't wanna come down? No? Want crunchies? Okay, 6 cats are eating their breakfast and Sammy's on the loose.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
Good morning, Splashy. Good morning, Boo. He's getting some stretches in. Good morning, Stella. It is 9:03 a.m. and the cats are eating downstairs. It's fish day, so they're having the Earthborn Holistic Harbor Harvest and also the Deckhands tuna. And I'm just about to take the gates out of the door and clean up this room and get everyone here fed also. Hey, Sammy. How are you? Everyone was really good last night. Not a whole lot of noise. One thing that they did do is they kept turning these electronic toys on. It sounded like that Cat's Meow toy. I don't even know where it is. So last night I left it on the floor and I left it on for them. It only stays on for what, like 20 minutes? And then this morning I heard it on again. I was like, these cats are getting so smart. So today was weigh day for the cats. I have not weighed the cats in about 5 weeks. And they weighed the exact same thing that they weighed 5 weeks ago, which is good. They're not gaining any weight. It would be nice if they lost a little weight. For a while they were losing like 0.2 pounds a week. But to be honest, I haven't really been focusing on that at all. We've just been in pretty much survival mode with, you know, the holidays and everything that needs to be done and just activities and stuff. So I'm wondering if I could get Sammy on the scale and see how much she weighs, maybe even Richard and Nancy. Those are the 3 that'll let me pick them up. So I can't weigh anyone because they're all freaked out. Even Sammy, if I try to pick her up, she runs away from me. So maybe I'd have to do that like later in the day. Remember, the mornings are their most timid time of day. So I'm just going to come in here and work on cleaning this room while they're wandering around the house. I'm very curious as to where that Cat's Meow toy is. Oh, there it is. So it's in there. Yeah, I don't know how they got that on. Also, I did not leave that toy in there. So not only did they turn it on, but they moved it into the cat track. Hey, Sammy, what you doing? What you doing, Sammy? So I have one main concern with the cats roaming the house, and that's the kitchen. I don't mind them walking into the kitchen, but there are 3 places in this house that are off limits to cats. 1 is the kitchen counters, 2 is the kitchen table, and 3 is the dining room table. So every now and then, if I don't know where the cats are, I look in the kitchen and make sure they're not anywhere they're not supposed to be. I just put a bunch of snacks on the rug, so hopefully they'll find them. Richard and Ringo are hiding under the day sofa. The two boys are hiding while all the girls walk around. So we have had several cloudy days in a row, and the solar power station basically has no power. The one on top is completely dead. It needs to be charged. The one on the bottom is down to like 11%, but it's supposed to be cloudy all day. That's not really going to get any power. So I had to hook up the air purifier to like an extension cord, because I'm definitely noticing a difference in this room without the purifier on. So that purifier has probably not been on for the past 24 hours. And as I'm cleaning out this room, I'm definitely noticing a difference as far as air quality goes, because this is a small room and because there are 4 litter boxes in this room. So I made sure the air purifier is on. I should probably put it on high. It's on medium right now. The window's been open a little bit, and the next thing I need to do is get some food ready for the cats. They've been wandering around. The floor has been swept. Everything has been vacuumed. Oh, I need to put some of the toys back and straighten up the day sofa. Okay, 6 cats are eating their breakfast, and Sammy's on the loose. Sammy, want a treat? You want a treat? So I'm here with some treats and some toys. I'm trying to get Sammy so I could pick her up and put her back in the room. She's being extremely stubborn today. Extremely. How you doing, Sammy? Sammy says she wants to hang out with the Christmas tree. I haven't even decorated it yet. Like, I have lights on and like a handful of ornaments. So she's eating some crunchies that I put down for her. Yesterday when she did this, I just picked her up and put her straight in the room. What's happening today is every time I try to pick her up, she's just totally fighting it and wiggling her way out of my hands. So I might have to get like a towel and throw a towel over her. I mean, the other option is just to let the other cats up with Sammy out, and yeah, I mean, I could do that, but I don't know what's going to happen. I just got her back in the room. Let me tell you how I did it. I opened the door to the bedroom, and then I was cleaning some stuff in here, like some wires I didn't want her to chew up or anything. And I was like, Sammy, come here, Sammy, come here. So she came into this room. She's never been in this room before. She was freaked out. She was scared enough that I was able to pick her up and then get her in the other room. Right now, they're like busting the door down. I don't know if it's her or someone else, but I need to get on with my day. I can't be dealing with this drama today. Today's a work day for me. So I'm going to give her some food in that room because she didn't eat anything. And then I'm going to put the gates in, and that's it. All right, so I put a plate of food in there with another can for Sammy. She's not hungry. So Nancy and Ziggy, I believe, are eating it. And Sammy's by the door. She's not happy, but that's fine. There's another day. Like, tomorrow's another day. But for today, they've had more time this morning out and about than they have the previous day. And I have other things to do today. I can't be concerned with cats fighting and killing each other. There's Boo. There's Simba. Hey guys. You're a good man, Boo. So they were downstairs for 45 minutes today. There's about 45 minutes that the cats were out. You're gonna visit the door? This is what he does. He visits the door. He visits the door. I guess Sammy wants to meet you, Boo, because she doesn't want to be back in this room with the gates. Look at this. Okay, he's hissing at Richard, or is that Ringo? It's Richard. Come here, Boo. So Boo is the wild card in this situation because of his past history and because of his FIV status. We have to remember that FIV can be passed from cat to cat by deep puncture wounds. And we've seen Boo get into fights where he's gotten deep puncture wounds and also most likely has given deep puncture wounds. So if anyone is new to this channel, if I was to shave off Boo's fur, we would just see scars, like lots and lots of battle scars. And that's what happened when he first came inside. I took him to the vet and they shaved down his leg because he had a large puncture wound that was infected and he had fever and it was just really bad. And that's what she told me. She's like, he's just covered in battle scars. This is what Boo does when I sit down here to work on my computer. So I'm sitting here, my computer is on the coffee table, and Boo makes himself comfortable on this pillow. It is 8 p.m. and that is Splash's food because I gave the cats their dinner downstairs and he doesn't want to eat downstairs. He wants to eat up here. But I want to let the kittens out. And Splash, I can't just pick him up and put him in my room. So the question is, do I let the kittens out with Splash up here eating? Or do I not? Do I just keep them in their room tonight? Because, I mean, I'd have to wait for Splash to go in my room and then the other cats are eating downstairs and it could potentially take a really long time. And if I was to let the kittens out to be with any of the other cats, it would be Splash because, you know, he's the scariest of them all. Like, he's the most feral of them. So he'd be afraid of the kittens as much as they'd be afraid of him. And if anyone was not going to attack them, I'm thinking maybe it would be Splash. The only cat that Splash really tries to attack is Boo. Like, he does try to be nasty to Boo. So I think what I'll do is I'll just wait for Splash to finish his food. And then I'll see what happens if I let the cats out. It is 8:09 p.m. Splash is now in my bedroom with the door shut. What happened was he ate most of his dinner and then he tried to go downstairs. But then when he saw that the door to downstairs was shut, he got freaked out and then he was like running around the house. And then I started kind of moving in his direction and then he ran into my room and he's under the bed. So now I'm going to let the kittens out and hopefully everything will go well and then they'll all go back in and I don't have to chase Sammy around because that'll be a problem. Coming out. Everyone's out except for Nancy and Ringo. Ringo's always the last one. Hey Sammy. You guys good? Okay, go run around. Go run around the house. You could run around. So I'm playing with this wand toy. Ziggy's enjoying it. The other cats are wandering around. So today I ordered like 3 sets of wand toys off of Amazon. And then I also ordered another one of those Cat's Meow toys. And I ordered some of the cat it balls that light up. So hopefully those will arrive soon. I think it said they'll be here in 3 days, which was odd because normally things have been taking like a day, 2 days max, but maybe with Christmas so soon things are taking longer, but we'll see. I'm going through wand toys pretty fast with the kittens because they really tear the feathers off of the attachments. So I think Ziggy's in the window right now. There were just 4 cats here on the sofa. This is like their favorite place to just explore the sofa, maybe because Boo likes hanging out there and then like I'm sitting here usually. To be honest, this part of the sofa usually gets used the most because it's directly facing the television on the other side of the room. Oh, look, they're kissing each other. That's Ringo and Ziggy. And then the center of the sofa gets used a lot because it's the most comfortable part. And Splash, he likes to sleep here on top of that cushion there. That's one of his favorite sleeping places. Okay, 4 kittens. And that's the blanket in the middle. So I'm sitting here on the play rug. There's Nancy. Richard is under the Christmas tree. There's Goldie. Here's Ziggy. Eva. There's Ringo, and Sammy was just by the door. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Nancy was 7. They were all kind of sitting in a circle around me. See Ringo? Sammy just fit herself under this china cabinet. Look, so who's this? That's as far as Simba used to be able to get. So Simba loses his toys under there, and he can't really get under there, but Sammy just got under there because she's much smaller. There's probably a whole stash of toys under there. So all of this just came out from underneath the china cabinet. Whole bunch of pom-poms, a lot of dusty pom-poms. Oh, Sammy just took one. It's 8:55 p.m. I just got all of the cats back in the room, and let me tell you what happened. So they're getting the homemade cooked food on 2 platters. So I put the food on the platters, brought the platters into the room, and right away, about 5 of the cats just, they come into the room when I put the food down. Sammy was one of them, so I'm thinking, oh, this is great, it's going to be easy. Well, Nancy, who's down here, wasn't in the room yet, and Richard was not in the room yet. But I was able to easily get Nancy in the room, but Richard did not want to go in the room. So I shut the door because I didn't want anyone else coming back out. And then sounds like Boo's trying to break the door down and get into the kitchen. So what happened was I then had to try to pick up Richard, but he was scared to death of me. It was like he didn't even know me anymore because, these cats still have a ways to go as far as like socialization and training and, not being scared anymore. So I was trying to be as calm as possible. Here he is now. He just came out from under the day sofa. I was trying to be really calm with him. I brought out some dry food, so I figured let me put some dry food out for him, then I could pick him up, but he was still so afraid of me. And the problem was that I had the door shut. How do I get Richard back in without the other cats coming back out? So what I did was I kept the door open, I don't know, like an inch or 2. I figured if he really wanted to go in, he'll just push his way in, whereas the other cats hopefully won't open it. So what eventually happened after trying to, follow him around the house a few times, it got to the point where I was like, the only way I'm going to get Richard in and keep the other cats in is to kind of scare him into the room. So I just ran around the house. I knew he was in the dining room. And I just ran into the dining room, and it freaked him out enough that he ran into the door, and because the door was open a few inches, I guess he saw it was open. He ran right in, and then that freaked the other cats out, so then I was able to shut the door. So here he is now. He's relaxing, and I got all the cats in. So they spent 45 minutes this morning wandering around the house. And then they had another 45 minutes this evening wandering around the house. We had some playtime in the living room. Richard spent some time underneath the Christmas tree along with 1 or 2 of the other cats. And yeah, I just wish that they wouldn't be so afraid. And I definitely need to spend more time in this room with them. The problem is that it's a week before Christmas right now, and December is the absolute busiest time of the year for me, like work-wise, and then obviously with Christmas and holiday stuff, and you know, Christmas shopping, wrapping presents. Usually by now I have everything done. Usually I have all my presents bought, I have everything wrapped, and I'm all ready to go. This year I'm not done at all. Like, I barely even started wrapping, like nothing. So yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but they're just gonna have to kind of wait until I could really spend more time in this room just working on training and socializing them so they're not so afraid of me. You coming up? It's about 11:35 and I just gave the cats a snack, so they're having some canned food. I'm using up whatever I have left over in the refrigerator from this week, because I used the 12.5 ounce cans of Wellness and sometimes there's a little bit left over. So that's what they're getting, and then there's a little bit of some other food left over, so they're getting that too. And some crunchies on top. And who are we missing? We're missing Goldie. Goldie, you gonna eat some food? She's right in there. Okay. So the cats have been hanging out. I don't know why that bed is there. They took it out from underneath the day sofa. I'm gonna shut the big light, let them eat. I'll come back in a little while to remove the empty plate, so then we're good for the night. And in here, the cats have been watching nature videos, and I just gave them a snack also, and yeah, we're good. So I got Ziggy in. Now it's just Sammy that's the problem. Here's Sammy. Sammy, you gonna go in your room? You gonna eat? Come on. Go eat some food.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It's about 8:30 a.m. I just put Gates in the door, and there's 3 cats by the window. And I think this is little Richard. His face is a little bit different than Ringo's face, but little Richard is really growing. Like, he's really getting to be a bigger cat. Unless that's Ringo. Sometimes it's hard to tell them apart when I just see their face, but Richard, his face is a little bit more angular than Ringo's. That's little Eva. And this is either Richard or Ringo. If this is Richard, what I was going to say is that he's really growing and getting big, but it's not him. That's little Richard. He just came out from underneath the day sofa. So that's Ringo, and it just goes to show you how similar they look facially, because I really thought that was Richard. And I was like, wow, Richard's really growing. But of course, Ringo is much bigger than little Richard, so that would make sense why he's bigger and why I would be like, oh, that cat's really growing. Here's Boo. There's Splash. And there's Stella. Stella got so many pets this morning. We slept in a little bit later than we normally do. And yeah, it's supposed to be sunny today after several days of rain. So I'm hoping to get out and maybe take care of some errands and things, and maybe enjoy some of this sunshine today, because the past few days have just been so miserable. It is 9:51 a.m. Taking the Gates out. Coming out. Sammy's like, where's everybody? Come on, follow me. Hey, Sammy. The other cats are eating breakfast downstairs. They're all down there today. All right, you guys want to come out? Come on out. Walk around. Come on out and walk around. So this is my front door, and I was sitting on the sofa working on a video, and all of a sudden I looked, and Sammy jumped high enough to grab the window on top. So she was grabbing it with her front paws and hanging off of it. I guess she wanted to look out of it, and then she dropped to the ground. I don't know if she thought she was going to be able to like jump out of the door or what, but that's a really high jump. Okay, I just gave him a toy. So I just gave the cats this flingamaging toy I put on the floor. The problem is that the batteries are almost dead in it, and I can't get new batteries because they're downstairs. And if I open the door to downstairs, the other cats are going to run up. So they can enjoy it now while it has a little bit of battery life left in it. What happened? You broke it? How'd you break it? How'd you break it? What'd you do? Now it's twisted. How come it's twisted? Why is this twisted up? How did you guys twist it? They broke the blue worm off of the string. That was fast. So actually they did not break it. I forgot that I had tied this worm toy to the string. So this toy only comes with the string, and I tied the worm toy to it so the cats would like it more. So yeah, I'm gonna tie the worm back on. It's 10:25 a.m. These three are playing with this flingamajig toy. Oh, they got the worm off again, I see. And I'm in the middle of cleaning up the room, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, those three are playing with the toy, but where are the other four? They're being really quiet. So then I decided, well, let me check under the day sofa. Let's see if anyone's under here. There's Goldie, and I think that's Ringo in the corner. There's Richard, and there's little Eva. So there's 4 cats hiding under the day sofa. They could be anywhere wandering around the house, but they want to hide under the day sofa. You okay? You okay? Mm-hmm. Breakfast? Who's eating? You eating? You go to eat? Turn this off. I just put the food down. There are 5 cats eating. The problem is that Sammy and Ziggy would rather play with toys. All those pom-poms that were under the china cabinet. So I'm gonna see if I could round them up and get them in the room. So I got Ziggy in. Now it's just Sammy that's the problem. Here's Sammy. Sammy, you gonna go in your room? You gonna eat? Come on. Go eat some food. It is 10:48 a.m. Sammy is under my bed. I let her in the room thinking I'll be able to pick her up again because it's what I was able to do the other day. But she went under the bed and there's no way for me to get her from under the bed, so she might be in here all day. So Boo's been crying at the door because he's been downstairs about an hour. I let him out. Sammy is in my room under the bed. I can't get her out. There's Simba. And so, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting day. You okay, Boo? You okay? You're a good boy. You're a good man, Boo, okay? You're a good man. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.